America's top psychic medium, Matt Fraser, is known for his starring role in Meet The Frasers. He's a New York Times bestselling author. His new book is called Don't Wait Till You're Dead, Spirit's Advice from the Afterlife. And he's going to be coming to MGM Springfield, and he joins us now to tell us all about it. Matt, welcome, and I am so intrigued.
Priscilla, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to come to Springfield.
So can you describe, you talk about you're perceiving information from spirits as a psychic medium. What does that look like? What does that feel like?
Well, first of all, you have souls that are with you every single day. There are so many souls that are with you and guiding you, even when you don't sense and feel them. People you've lost that have passed on, friends, family members. You even have a spirit guide and a guardian angel. And what's so beautiful is that even when you don't recognize that they're there, they're suddenly giving you hints and messages. Mm-hmm. These come as signs like repeating numbers, times on the clock, songs that come out of nowhere that remind you that a loved one has passed on and remind you of them. You know, what's so beautiful is that signs are a way that the dead communicate with the living here on earth. And if you get any of those signs, it's their way of trying to tell you, hey, I'm here and with you. And there's a greater message that's there. As a psychic medium, I can tell you that the one message that your loved ones want to leave you with is a message of peace, because so many times we lose a loved one here in this world, right, and we wonder, are they okay? Did they make it to heaven? What's a message that they have for me? And that's where I come in as a medium. And for me, it's all about telling the story of that loved one and delivering the messages that your loved ones can't deliver on their own.
So give me some more of these examples of signs that you can share with us that people should pay attention to.
So signs are anything that remind you of a loved one that had passed on. So for example, it could be that you're driving in the car and all of a sudden you're overwhelmed by the smell of smoke, and your dad was a smoker here in this world. Huh. It could be that all of a sudden you're thinking about your mom and missing your mom, and you walk into a clothing store and that favorite song that your mom had is playing over the loudspeaker. Mm-hmm. You know, these are signs that your loved ones are there and with you. And the reason why they send signs is they're like little postcards. They're postcards that come when you're going through a challenge, when you're missing them, when you're going through a big life change, and it's your loved one's way of putting their hand on your shoulder and saying, hey, I'm here and with you. And yes, I'm a part of it. Because I think the biggest thing that we all go through is when we lose a loved one and we start to hit roadblocks in our lives, or we start to go through major milestones. We miss our loved ones. We want to feel them. We want to know that they're there. And that's when the signs come. The signs come when you least expect them, but when you most need them. And you know a sign is real when it keeps repeating itself again and again and again and again. And you see that sign over many different courses or many different areas of your life.
So before I came to speak to you, I opened my top drawer, and there I saw a picture of my mother, who I was just thinking about, and there is this beautiful picture of her. Is that considered a sign, or is that just my mom's there?
Absolutely. Anything that is out of the ordinary, anything that, you know, seems too much of a coincidence is a sign from spirit. And like I said, there's these little subtle hints that your loved ones are using to reach you. And if you're getting any of those signs, it's also a message that a loved one might have a message for you. And that's where I come in as a medium. You know, what's so beautiful is that when your loved one passes on to the other side, there's certain things that they wish that they would have gotten to tell you. Maybe it was that your loved one passed here in this world and they passed unexpectedly and you never got to say goodbye. And there were things that were left on the table that your loved one wished that they would have gotten to say. Maybe it's that your loved one went to the side when you were going through a big challenge or struggle within your life. Maybe you're going through a divorce. Maybe something had happened and you need their advice right now. That's when they use me to communicate a direct message. And it's not just about the messages. Your loved ones will also share with me some of the signs that they're using to reach you, some of the things that are going on in your life that they might be helping you with. For example, maybe it is that now that your mom's on the other side, she's helping you to find your soulmate, or maybe she's helping you as you're changing, you know, paths or changing jobs. You know, our loved ones aren't just there and watching over us. They're actively a part of our life and helping us in many different ways.
So you're coming to MGM. What can audience members expect at your live event? I mean, I'm surrounded by strangers. We are strangers to you. What can we expect you to see that's personal to us?
You know, what's amazing is this, is that out of all these years of doing mediumship, I never know what's going to happen at an event, because every group of individuals bring their loved ones with them, and every single soul has a different story to tell.
Doesn't it make you nervous, though?
It's always up to the souls that are there. And what I can tell you is it doesn't matter where you're sitting, right? So many people are like, well, does it matter if I'm sitting in the front or the back? For example, Springfield is almost sold out. There's only a few rows left. And people have been messaging me, all week long saying, Matt, will you see me if I'm in the back? Well, it's not you that I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for the souls in heaven. If you've seen one of my shows, you'll know that I go all over the room, wherever souls take me. 1 minute, I might be talking to somebody in the front row who had lost their mom, and their mom has to come through because after she had died, she wasn't present for her son's, wedding, and she wants to let that person know, listen, I was there. Then next thing you know, I might be pulled to the back because someone had lost their son or their daughter. So next thing you know, being pulled to the side of the room because someone had lost their grandfather. It really is a family reunion with heaven, and every soul communicates differently. Some souls are loud and proud. Some souls are a little bit more reserved. But the thing is that the messages that come through are meant to help us to heal and know without a doubt that there is life after death and that your loved ones are there and with you. So what's so beautiful is it's a chance to connect with your loved ones, hear a message, but also learn about the other side. Because the more that you learn about heaven and the afterlife and the signs that your loved ones are using to reach you, and you open yourself up, the more that you also can learn how to communicate with them.
A lot of pressure on you, Matt. Hey, so do you see or hear any messages for me today?
I got to tell you, the moment that you came up on the screen, I immediately knew that your mom had passed, because the moment that I was connecting with you, I was also connecting with her. I know that this was a woman who had suffered here in this world, because when I'm connecting with souls, they'll start to put me in their body and show me what they experienced or what they went through. And also when I was communicating with her and she was making me feel some of the things that she went through, she was also bringing me over to my head as well. So before your mom's passing, she tells me there was issues with her head here in the physical.
That's correct.
So was she having like many strokes, or there are issues up through here? Because all I kept feeling is the side of my head being affected.
Brain tumor.
Okay, that would be the reason why. And she keeps talking about it affecting not only just this part of her head, but it started to affect her physically. And for a while, it went undetected, because she talks about not knowing it was there, not knowing that something was wrong. And she actually told me she had gone to the doctors on multiple occasions, and at first it was missed. Is that correct?
That's correct.
She just said to me, I want my daughter to know that I am healed now, because this is how they'll come through to me. And she kept making me feel her head. She showed me that it was affecting different parts of her brain, but also it affected her body. Because when I'm connecting with her, it almost feels like a stroke. I felt my side go numb. And she's talking about having mobility issues here in this world. And she says, I just want my daughter to know that I am healed, and that I'm sorry that you had to see me the way that I was. She wants to thank you for being by her side, and also for her family, for the way that you all helped her and were there for her. She's also talking about there was some type of a blanket that was made or created. This is before she had passed. So did she make blankets? Was this some type of an Afghan that was kept?
No, but my sister made an Afghan.
That's going to be what it is, because she's talking about the Afghan. I know about the Afghan. I see it all being created when I'm connecting with her. And she's also thanking the family for keeping her memory alive during holidays and events, because I see that there are certain plates and certain things that are brought out of hers that she's so happy about. But she is there and with you. She wants to let you know that even though this was a slow passing and it was a lingering type of thing, she says to me that she was lucky to have the years that she did here in the physical, because this really was a ticking time bomb that she had for many years that nobody knew about, not even herself.
Matt, you have just made a new friend, because I got to tell you, I was a little bit skeptical, but my mind has been blown. So thank you so much for joining us. It's such a pleasure talking to you. And there are still tickets. They can be bought at the mgmspringfield.com. Again, Matt, thank you very much, and I hope other people have such a warm and good experience with you. Thanks for sharing.
Well, thank you for having me here, and I'm excited to come to Springfield this weekend.
Thanks, Matt.